40% of world children live in Africa is something that we all have to be, on one hand, very concerned and then proud of, both at the same time. African children, they have a natural rhythm in them. They are so close to nature. I think in the world, if you see, rhythm is inbuilt in the DNA of people from African continent. They are very good, they're very enthusiastic, they have such an innocence in them. But what we need to do is, as you correctly pinpointed, medical facilities and education must reach nook and corner of Africa. These two things are absolutely essential for a healthy generation to come up. Now, along with this, definitely mental health. Without attending to mental health aspect of mental and spiritual aspects of one's growth, we cannot expect a sane and violence-free society at all. We have seen in the Central African continent, kids have seen a lot of trauma, they have seen a lot of violence and have had a lot of trauma. And we definitely need to reach out to them and bring back the smile on their faces, because they are going to be the future world citizens. Every other person in the world in the future is going to be from the African continent. And I don't think they'll all just stay in one place. They will become good businessmen, professionals, and they'll go around the world. And it is very pertinent now to teach them meditation, to teach them skills by which they can get rid of their stress. They're able to see life from a broader perspective and vision and take responsibility for themselves and their environment. So meditation, counseling is essential, and give them positive vision about life. This is again very, very important. Skill centers is also another thing. Skill development workshops away from the traditional education system will also help a lot of school dropouts. We find a lot of school dropouts in the African continent. As I see in many countries, the kids go to school at a teenage level. They simply don't want to go to school anymore. So why? Because it's not so interesting to them. Here, if you can introduce more skill training centers and give them a mission and an opportunity for creativity and employment, kids would do great. Because I've seen they have such a great tendency to bond with everybody. Youth have a lot of energy, they need direction. This energy need to be channelized properly. And without that, otherwise it will create a lot of frustration and then depression. What we find amongst the youth is when they are in the lockdown, either they get so frustrated and get into depression, or on the other side, they become so aggressive and their relationship with everybody becomes so sour. Now, at this time, it is the best way to keep the mental balance is through meditation. So I meditate Africa is just the beginning to introduce youth to meditation. More and more youth can get benefit out of it, so that they are able to be the master of their mind. They're able to control their emotions. They're able to control their anger. See, whenever someone does something out of anger and unconscious anger, that they end up regretting later on, isn't it? So in order for them not to regret their action, we need to bring them more awareness, mindfulness, and that happens through meditation. Now, the youth, I know, feel there is a gloom looming all around. So they're unable to see bright future for themselves, I would like to tell them through this media, through this platform today, listen, when the building has to go taller, first you dig deep down, isn't it? So let us take this as an example. This is a bad time. We all know the whole world is going through crisis, lack of employment. There's a lot of distress about healthcare systems, and unemployment is growing like crazy. In these situations, be strong and be hopeful. This is a time for us to learn more and become more innovators. More startups can happen. And I would like to assure you, this is a temporary phase. We will get over this pandemic soon. It is much better than last year. So I would like to give the youth this message. This is a temporary phase. You have bright future. Just hang on there. Just hold on and move forward. Okay. Do not waste time in anxiety. If you are feeling a lot of anxiousness due to whatever reason, again, take refuge in meditation. Yoga and meditation will help you to sail through the tough time. And once you have this intention, I want to bring people to meditation, time to time you will get ideas and we can implement all of them. People will ask, why meditation? Why should I meditate? I'm happy. What do I get? Then we can tell them, look, you are happy, but this meditation will help you to sustain that happiness. Dental hygiene. You have good teeth, but if you don't brush your teeth every day, you're not going to keep it, right? You will soon lose them all. In the same way, this is mental hygiene. Meditation is equivalent to mental hygiene. It will help you to keep your state of vibrancy and happiness. In fact, it will only enhance your happiness. You may be healthy, but when you take more supplements, when you take vitamins and have a proper good diet, which is more nourishing, your body feels more happier about it, right? All your organs feel happy about it. You can still survive with undernourished, malnutritious food. You will sustain. But to have a healthy body, you need proper food. In the same way, to have healthy mind, you need meditation. Meditation is the food for mind. Number one. Second is, it also, it not only meditation brings sharpness to your intellect, it also helps you to your perception around you. Your perception about things become better. And it also harnesses your emotion. Suppose you have some trauma, suppose you feel bad one day, not every day is the same for everyone. When you're not feeling so good, meditation can change that in just few minutes. Few minutes of meditation, you can come out of your bad mood. So you need to have these tools which would come to you which will be very handy to you at times of need, when there is anxiety, when there is sleeplessness, there is insomnia, or many of those, troubling mental traits can all be handled through meditation. Number two. Third thing is, unseen vibrations we all emit all the time. Meditation makes our vibes positive. Now, who doesn't want positive vibes? Tell me. So you may be smiling, but that smile may not be very genuine because your vibes are negative. And that people can make out, isn't it? Someone is just giving a smile which is so superficial, but inside they are worked up. Inside they are so stressed. That person's smile doesn't mean anything. So what meditation does, it helps one to shun all the stress and negative vibrations and make your body become more vibrant with positive vibes. So these are the things that we can tell them. Basically, to say a violence-free society is possible only when people have positive vibes and meditative mind. Healthy body is possible when the mind is healthy, and through meditation, your nervous system and your endocrine system are all getting benefited through meditation. This is two. Third is your rest becomes very good. Your clarity of mind and intuitive ability enhances. Who doesn't want intuitive ability? Everybody wants to be intuitive, right? And then creativity. On top of all this, meditation can make us very creative. In a calm state of mind, you get answers to many problems and many issues which you want to solve or which you want to embark on. That is another important aspect in life. On top of all this is a very happy state of mind that we live and we exuberate to people all around us.